Alright, hello everybody. We are here with House of Torg, Episode 4, Part 2. And hey, what's up, Christopher Hogan? Nice to see you here, man. Nice to see Bent in the chat, too, with his yo. So, I'm gonna go with a quick last time on House of Torg. So, you guys had been exploring around when you received an incoming hail from a research outpost doing navigational AI and gravity anomaly research in the Gentoo system, which is a system with the complex interplay of gravity between a red dwarf, two black holes, and a whole host of tiny planetoids and comet fragments and whatnot. The lead researcher, Dr. Krell, said that she was worried that the base might have to be evacuated because the orbits in the system were becoming unaccountably chaotic. And so, several comets had been kicked onto orbital paths that intersected the planet that her research base was on. As a result, you guys flew out there. When you got there, you realized a couple things. One, the gravitational anomalies were getting worse, as per her computer, which you guys used to help research this problem. Two, you can't identify the source. Three, you're definitely going to have to vacate the entire base, which also, by the way, includes 3 dolphins who are on loan from the Daystrom Institute. And so you're going to have to evacuate those valuable Federation citizens. Let's see. And you also found out sorry, that there was, in fact, an abandoned Romulan base on this planet. So you guys decided to head out to the base, but while there, you were caught outside by some large, vicious animals who wanted to rip your faces off and eat them. But you managed to force open and then close the door to the Romulan base just before another group of them came over the hills to come eat you. And so now, you find yourself inside of a cold, dark base with apparently no power.
Let's turn on some flashlights. Do we have flashlights with us?
I'll just assume that you have some kind of lighting. You're spacemen. You've got stuff.
Yeah, we're spacemen. So we'll turn on the lights and look around. What do we see?
All right. So in front of you is a long corridor with several doors down various paths, and while there is lighting fixtures all along the corridor, they're all off, and you don't hear the hum of any reactors or power or anything. And all the doors lack handles, so you're either going to have to turn power back on or force the doors if you want into any of them.
Okay, I'm going to try one thing. I tried the clapper. Did the lights turn on?
They did not, but it was a valiant effort.
Yeah, I thought,
Well, now we're going to have the opening credits, and then we'll be back.
Loch Shuvit Pupvur Klingar Nuj Sorpuq vaHbo Takme Tahbo Bech Dochvape Khelish Batvad Klingar Wopvaje Kobe Huj Tu Charchtach.
All right, Now we had our opening credit scene, which I think is a pretty decent opening credit scene, if I say so myself. Well, Klingons, did we say in the chat that Klingons don't pray, but they spend a lot of time meditating, hoping to see visions. I think that might count as prayer.
Maybe. Yep.
Oh, pray, P-R-E-Y.
Yeah. It's not quite a bird of prey.
Oh, no.
It is a ship that was
It's
designed
right,
for this game. This is in fact a prototype ship that the House of Torg has commissioned. So, okay. We are back to the corridor. There are in fact 3 main rooms. So at the end of the hallway has 1 door at the opposite end, 2 at the other ends. Sorry, 2 on the other sides, right, left, right. So, if you want, you guys can explore. They are labeled, and you can use your Klingon version of tricorders or whatever sci-fi babble to read them. And 1 room is labeled Computer Core, another is labeled Barracks, and the 3rd is labeled Lab.
I'd say we go to the computer core because I think we're more likely to figure out how to turn power on from there.
Agreed.
Okay.
I think we should still be cautious. We're weapons drawn just in case there's more threats in here, animals or something like that.
Okay. So, you enter the computer core, and it has 3 computer core stacks as well as several consoles. And you can manage to force open the door. Unlike the main door to the base, these aren't like big solid things made to keep intruders out. These are just interior doors. So you can pretty easily pull the door open. And so there is another door on the opposite side of the room, but everything in here seems shut off.
Is there any power switch?
There's not a power switch.
Any generator of any kind?
Not in this room.
It's just all on computers. Alright, well.
What were the other rooms?
There was a barracks.
And a lab.
A lab.
And there is another door in the computer room.
Oh. I say we go through the other door in the
I don't know
computer.
where that goes. So yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Well, inside the next room is in fact a small generator.
Nice.
You could, if you would like, try to boot it back up, but it's not easy.
It's not-
Does anyone have any spare boots to boot it back up?
I do not.
So
It's a Klingon joke, guys.
if you want to bring the core back online to critical from its current standby, it will take a control engineering check with difficulty of 2 and a threat range of 2, because Romulan technology is finicky.
Really, that's just Romulans, period.
Yeah.
Control engineering, I'm 12.
Oh, that's pretty good-ish. Especially if you give yourself extra chances with momentum. Do we have it?
Yeah, I'm only 10.
I am actually 12. No, 11, I think.
You guys do what you think is best.
Yeah, I'm 11.
You want to risk all or save none? Risk all
Okay,
or
so
save
this is
none.
complication range 2, you said?
Yes, but here's one thing. Mohawk, who is here as a supporting character, is 13.
I don't have this character sheet.
I will add it to everyone's whatever. Give me a second.
Well, then have that.
Who that isn't me wants to take over that character sheet for this episode.
I guess I will.
Good job, number 1.
So
No,
it is difficulty
one,
2.
like-
Now you can get an assist, and if you would like, you guys do have 2 momentum because that was how much we ended last night with, and the last thing we technically did do a scene change, but we're still in that
I'm
scene
not
sheet.
getting his character sheet here.
Yeah,
should
I
that's
say-
see him, but it only shows bio and info, no character sheet.
I see. All right, let me edit it again. In player's journal can be edited. Oh, that's why. Yeah. Give me a second.
We also have the potential to use values, I think.
Yep. If someone has a value that they think can apply to this task, they can treat their d20 that they or one of their d20s that they roll as an automatic roll of 1, which means 2 successes.
Yeah, I do not.
If this is like, I don't know how much momentum we have right now.
2.
It's pretty early, so.
You can use a momentum.
All right. So someone want to roll for Mohawk?
You got this, TV Lang? Do you want to buy an extra thing to get 3 dice?
I'm opening up his character sheet right now.
I will.
Because he won't have any values, right?
Well, who wants to assist?
I'll assist.
And do you have any values that might work?
I have patience.
Wait, you said he had a 13? He has a 14 here.
Oh yeah, you're right. He does
5
have
and a
14
9.
chance. I just did math wrong.
I have patience.
All right, I'm gonna.
The only thing I could think that might work, but I don't think it does.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll let you use patience.
How much momentum do we have?
We've got 2, but if Duke is going to assist with with his value, which I'm fine using patience as a value there,
Okay.
he's automatically succeeding the check, and so that means that this roll is just to generate momentum. So you might as well just not spend the momentum,
Yeah.
which you
My God.
didn't. But that's okay because Duke, check off your you no longer have a point of what is it? You no longer have
We're
determination.
Determination. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to do a translation challenge this week. Sorry about that.
All right.
Next week. But anyway, yeah. So you no longer have that point of determination, but you do have that. What do you call it? You've used that value, and you didn't generate anything. However, the reactor is now online. However, restoring power to the grid will require the careful alignment of all the power phases. This is a daring engineering check with a difficulty of 3 and a threat range of 3.
So that's even worse.
Yeah, that's even.
At least I'm an 11 daring engineering.
Well,
All right, what is it? Daring engineering?
mm-hmm.
What are we doing? We're
I'm 13.
So the reactor is critical now, but the Romulan engineering, because it's kind of a dick, has more than one phase on the power grid, and you need to get them all to be equally spaced out. Otherwise, you'll start overloading the return wires on the wiring system. Basically, you'll set the base on fire if you don't get this right. Or something might explode. And you're dealing with unfamiliar technology.
I'm 13. I don't know if anyone else is 13 or higher.
I'm not 11.
Now, this might be where you might want to buy some extra dice.
Daring engineering?
Yep. So you can spend. You may spend 1 momentum to gain a die, or you can spend both momentum and give me a threat in order to gain 2 dice.
We need to get 3.
I guess Mogak could lead this, and we could just spend 2 momentum to get 4 dice.
No.
This?
If you spend 2 momentum, if you want 1 die, it costs 1 momentum. If you want 2 dice, it's a total of 3. You don't have 3, which means you would have to give me a threat.
What is his number?
He's 13. Daring engineering.
Daring engineering, yeah.
Okay.
So you want to do that? How many dice do you want to buy?
I would buy 1 dice at least.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just buy 1.
Is this complication range 2 again?
3.
Trace.
When I assist, can I buy a dice? I guess it doesn't matter who buys the dice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess whether you want to buy 1 or 2 is up to you, TD Lane, but I will assist.
I'm just gonna buy 1.
Oh,
Okay.
that's.
Oh, would you look at that?
You got your
Nice.
point of momentum back, and the base comes back online, and the power level on the reactor stabilizes and seems to be maintaining.
Wow.
I will tell you right now that had you rolled a complication, the reactor would have started an irreversible increase in power that would have eventually resulted in either the station melting or blowing up, and you would have had a severely limited amount of time.
Okay, so good job, guys.
Yep. You avoided the bad thing.
That was the bad thing.
Okay.
I remember last time we played, we started off really good. And I was like, wow, we actually started off good, and then everything went bad. So...
Gets hounded by giant space monkey things.
So I
did
specifically have written down a complication on the last step brings the base online, but the power output of the reactor keeps creeping up. It won't be long before the station will either explode or melt into slag.
Well, you can take that complication, crumple it up, and shove it up your butt.
Way to be creative.
Or I could spend threat and just make it happen anyway.
Now, what I said last, or like almost 3 seconds ago, just
Ignore
I
that.
meant that in the nicest way
Of
possible.
course you did.
All apologies, good sir.
Okay, so power is back up on the base. The lights flicker back on, and you can hear now the low hum of the reactor.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, what is the plan?
Well, I say we go right back into that computer room
Okay.
and see if we can glean some information, if you will.
All right. So you get into the computer room, and the computers are booting up, and
There's a presence insight word I used, by the way.
so the computers are booting up, and it does not take long before they come on, and there is a login screen.
Login.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hold on a second.
Can we try to guess the password?
Yeah, we could.
You
but,
can try.
My character has a focus in linguistics. I don't know if that helps with.
I would let that help on an attempt to.
It's more like the character is interested
I'm
in learning in linguistics. I don't think that would help guess it.
I'll say this: anyone who has a focus on linguistics or computers can use a focus. Anything to do with that? If you think that one of your focuses counts there, let me know what it is, and well, there's a fair chance I'll say yes. But this is actually going to be a. Let's see. I'm going to use this as a. You know what? I'm going to do presence engineering on this,
I am 13.
or presence science. One of those two, whichever one is better for you.
I'm a 12, but I do have a linguistics potential focus.
I would let that work.
Both of them are 11 for me.
Okay.
What were the rules again, Dapper?
We're doing
Presence engineering or presence science?
correct.
You could use either or.
Yeah, whichever one is better for you.
This is a normal difficulty.
Yep. I'm gonna say that your tricorders are able to interface.
Or
remotely.
trying to bypass the conduits or something like
You're
that.
trying to basically hack into the system, but you can
Or
access
hacking it.
it. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna roll a. All right, who is the? I have 12. Who is
I
the
have
one-
13.
Okay, can I use a? What would be better, using a 12 with a focus or a 13?
12 with a focus.
All right, so I'm just gonna do that, and then complication range is normal
Yep.
1. So
Just the one.
I will assist then.
yeah.
Well, that didn't do anything.
Well, I had my focus turned on at least.
So it looks like the security here is pretty airtight, but there is an odd blinking red light on one of the consoles.
Oh, here we go.
Well, while I'm
Can
dead,
we,
can someone else work on that?
can we smash the light and then it's not blinking anymore?
Yeah, you may in fact do that if that's what you would like to do.
That's one way to save Christmas. Think about it.
Christmas is like the least secure holiday. It's always needing to be saved from something. It's like no one's ever like, my goodness, we must save Arbor Day.
Yeah, well, Arbor Day. I mean. Well, there was a whole movie with the Lorax and all that, with the trees.
But that was just about deforestation in general, was it? Or was it actually about Arbor Day particularly?
It wasn't. Yeah, you're right.
Orville actually discusses Arbor Day.
That's true.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees, and the
You know what?
trees say dwarves must die.
Thank you, honey.
I actually liked the Happy Arbor Day joke from the Orville. I was like, I got it. I liked
Yeah,
it.
it's not bad. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyway,
glad the crew doesn't like it, but
right, it was funnier for the crew to be like, huh? What? But I got it immediately, and I was like, oh, hey, that's pretty clever. I like it. But anyway, this is not Arbor Day on Gen 2.6. So, as you approach the red blinking light, it has some kind of logo that your studies in, Romulan military technology and whatnot, you seem to remember it being some kind of an alarm symbol.
That's not good.
That's alarming.
So,
Well, what is the label on the alarm on the panel? As a linguist, I'd like to be able to read it.
Fortunately, there isn't printed word on there, but you could scan around to see if there's anything going on like that.
Yeah, let's scan for any potential alarming situations.
All right, so this will be a reason engineering or reason science, whichever one's better for you.
all right, I'm a 13 again.
I am a 12, and I don't know how many times I can try a focus.
Mogok
You can do focuses as long as they apply, but
It's linguistics.
linguistics
again.
won't apply on this one.
Okay.
Mogok has a 15 on reason engineering.
Why don't you
What
take
focuses
that
does he
one?
have?
It's not reason, though, it's presence.
Oh, you know what? Electroplasma power systems? I'm going to let that count. No, it's reason.
Is it
It's reason,
presence?
it's reason engineering, yeah.
Oh,
What's the
okay.
complication range?
1.
Or roll.
All
I will
right,
back him up.
there you go. You guys just gained 2 points of momentum. And so you have found out that there is a separate power system running through the base that is connected to a few sensors and a subspace transmitter. And it seems that what happens is whenever the sensors are triggered, this extra backup power system running off of just an electrochemical battery sends power to the beacon. And if you would like to spend 1 point of momentum, I will give you a little bit more information.
Do it.
Okay. This system is a silent alarm. It was set up so that when the base was abandoned and if anyone were to enter it, there would be a cheap and easy way for the Romulans to respond to try to get rid of anyone who might have found anything they shouldn't have or was complaining. So now there is a subspace transmission off to the Romulans saying, "Hey, someone's in your old base."
Well, to me, I don't know how much they care if they're going to try to blow it up from remote subspace or if they're on their way here, but maybe time is of the essence here, so let's,
Should we try to log in again?
well, I don't want to try again because I failed in my role.
At this point,
but
all you can do is type in passwords.
So unless we could guess the password, I think maybe we lost that part and we should move on to the next room. There was a barracks and there was a lab.
Mhm.
I haven't gone to either yet.
Password 123.
Well,
Damn.
do we need a password or a username and a password? So,
I'll say you just need a password. The username is
It's a lot.
admin,
yeah.
Oh, good.
but that's
So
not
we
the
can't-
password.
We can't try to hack it again?
No, you've exhausted your options with that one. I mean, you've done everything you could think to do, and it hasn't worked. And so you can tell me that you want to stand around trying, but what I'm saying is like you've exhausted all of the options that your group can think of. Maybe if you had a computer specialist, they could think of something.
Yeah,
But
let's go to the next. Let's go over to the lab. I think.
yeah, and the reason that I ruled that way is because otherwise you guys could just over and over keep rolling until you get a good roll, and at that point it's like that just means you auto pass everything. It just takes a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want that because that's
We're not gonna get every goal. It's fine.
Yeah.
So.
look. Star Trek isn't always about succeeding at everything you try. People fail in Star Trek all the time.
Yeah, just ask Tasha Yar.
Hey, I'm gonna walk casually past this puddle of slime. Roll a die. Oh no, a 1. All right, so you get to you want to go to the lab or the barracks?
Yeah, the lab.
Lab? Okay. So this room is covered in consoles, access points, and sensor screens. So you can, let's see, you do have the power up, and so you can see what the sensors are getting, and they are reading the same kind of gravitic and astronomical data that you were getting on the base being run by the Klingons. So it looks like the Romulans were here also studying basically the same things that the Klingons were. They were looking into the gravitational interactions between, the two black holes, the red dwarf, all the various little planets and whatnot. And so you don't see anything that is overly suspicious. Like there's no like bioweapons research data or anything like that up, and it looks like none of this equipment could be used even to do things like weapons research. So it does look like this was indeed a scientific outpost.
So let's just get their scientific data and get out of here.
You can do that.
Let's go to the labs. That's my vote.
But I said do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to check the barracks?
I mean, maybe. It's up to my captain.
If we go to the barracks, I just want to make sure no one's in there. I'd like, a disruptor out, just ready.
Yeah, what if we go to the barracks?
Not
and we
a dark barracks, and you can't really see everywhere because there's.
I'm going to point out that in the time that this place has been abandoned, like it has cooled down to ambient temperature. It's freezing in here. If someone's in here,
All right, well, let's see what's in the barracks then.
okay. So the barracks door actually just opens right up because power is on, and so this room has several beds with bedding, lockers that are all unlocked and many are ajar, and there are also some abandoned posters showing various Romulans, presumably famous ones, but you don't recognize any of them. Hi, Ilya. So there.
Hang in there.
It really does seem like this is just a now abandoned science outpost.
Okay. There's nothing else to do here in the barracks or the lab.
Did you grab all the data that you wanted to?
Well, that's what I want to do. I just wanted to make sure the barracks were also
Okay.
seen and sure there's nothing
Well,
there to do.
one thing you can do is we can do a quick short scene that isn't really going to drop momentum, but we could do something where, like, say, you transmit that data and Lieutenant Clank can have a chance, with this help of the ship sensors, to try and see if there's anything that extra data can tell him when he correlates it with the data from the Klingon outpost.
Number one, do you think that's a good idea?
Go for
I think you should take the lead on it if we do it.
it.
In other
Okay.
words, just have TD Lane roll for Klang.
Yes. If
Okay.
he decides he wants to.
All right, well, we can do that. I'm not going to drop the momentum because that's basically the same scene. Because we're not really shifting action back to the ship, just for this one roll. So let me bring up my character sheet for the ship. That way I know what we're rolling. Okay, so up on the ship, this is going to be a a reason science check. It's going to be assisted by the ship's sensors and science. Or no, sorry, computers and science is what I meant to say. So let's.
Difficulty?
It's going to be difficulty 2.
All right.
No, you didn't discover anything,
Great job, Lieutenant Clang.
right? All right. Well, Lieutenant Clang hails you back and says, "Captain, I've not been able to uncover anything new, but if we could set up the sensors to keep transmitting to the ship, perhaps we'll find something with the additional sensor data from both our outpost and the Romulan one." So if you guys want to
When
do
you say
that,
sensor, you mean sensor?
yes,
Is
the
that correct,
sensors,
Klein? Okay,
the sensors,
just making sure.
right?
Make it so, Lieutenant Clang.
All right. So in order to do that, you're going to have to leave one of your tricorders there, just kind of transmitting.
I'll leave mine.
Okay. So you guys go back.
I'll leave mine.
Fine, I'll take it.
Okay. Well, when you guys go back to the lab,
Or to be a boat captain or something. Who knows?
you hear the exterior door open.
So let's get our weapons out. And those that have tricorders, if you need to scan for life forms, maybe.
I will scan right now.
That is an automatic success. There are Romulans who have now entered the base.
B50 from I smell Romulans.
Romulans, that way they rhymes.
Romulum.
Well, otherwise known as cowardice, but I digress.
What do you think we should do? Just kill them right away, or talk to them, or?
I was going to use the linguistics again. I'm just kidding.
I mean, you could try.
Hey, Do it.
Look, you've been
Please don't talk
managed
to
to talk down people who I
Alright.
didn't think you would have before.
All linguistics say, hey, what is going on here? Like Mr. Golden. No,
Okay.
I'm Captain, what's my name, Borath?
Yes.
Of the Klingon Empire. State who you are and what this place is.
Well, there are 4 Romulans out in the corridor, and they know that it's you because they address you as a Captain Borath of the Sorpuq vaHbo, huh?
How do they know?
How do you know? Yeah, it's me.
You left your ship uncloaked in orbit.
Oh, right.
And then they raised their disruptor pistols.
I believe a good idea here would be getting our disruptor pistols and rifles and our battlers.
I do, in fact, have it written down in here that they do act differently if you had cloaked.
Lovely.
I'm just like playing it because Clang is still on the ship.
Well, you could order Kling to cloak now.
By the way, Dapper, you're streaming
Clang.
to the Discord via Google Doc. You should stop.
Oh, I am? Well, that's not terrible. Oh, yeah, I am. There we go. What am I streaming there now?
I thought you were streaming the. I don't have it up, but you were streaming that.
You still got the Google Doc up.
Oh, fine. I'll switch which thing I'm streaming now.
I'm not gonna have it up. I won't read it.
There we go.
Can't read.
What the heck
I don't
is
want
that?
no spoilers.
Problemo solved. Okay, so who's gonna go first?
I'll go with my disruptor pistol. I'll aim. I want to aim,
Okay.
and so they're gonna attack, right? Like we
Yeah, they've
don't
raised their
attack. I
pistols.
want to say don't attack. Let us through, and if we have to fight, then I'll aim and fight the back.
They don't seem impressed.
I think it is time for us to use our superior armament, seeing how they're attacking us with disruptor pistols.
Okay.
And
So,
we have 2 disruptor rifles.
all right. So if you're going first, do you want? So basically, who's it? Mogath cannot do any tasks during combat because he's a supporting character. So what you can do though is have him assist someone in a task.
I guess I could fire my disruptor pistol at one of them and.
Well, we already said that the captain's going first. So, Captain, what do you want to do?
I don't even remember what weapons I brought with me from the last part.
You always
We have rifles.
You did actually spend momentum to bring disruptor rifles with you.
For all of us, or I don't remember if I had a rifle or a bat'leth.
2 of us brought
I have a
rifles.
rifle. I wanna.
I'll just say whoever wants one can have one of those things. So if you want a rifle right now, you can just have one.
I want to aim a rifle
Okay.
at.
Mostly because I don't want to go back through right now and watch the entire video just to figure this one out.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I don't know who the person in charge is, but I want to fire.
Fire at the front one.
I'll fire at the front one, but I want it to be a non-lethal.
Okay.
If I can make that choice.
Yeah, you
What do
can.
I
It's
roll?
not a
Do I
deadly
roll-
weapon. So you roll. This is going to be a control security check,
Control security.
and because you named, the difficulty is 1.
So what does that mean? Roll 2 dice, complication range 1.
Yep. And if you roll 1 success, you hit.
Okay.
You hit.
All right, lucky me. And then I roll challenge dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had 5.
I believe so. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 5 damage. All right. One of the.
Take that, jerk and Romulan.
All right. Now it's going to be the Romulans' turn, unless you choose to spend momentum to keep the momentum, basically, which means someone else on your team can go right now.
How much momentum do we have?
3, I believe.
And
I'm going to spend a momentum and also aim and shoot at the same guy.
Okay.
And I will do a security control roll.
Ooh, you just gained a point of momentum back.
Boom!
All right.
And then 5 die.
Mm-hmm. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, I will tell you one thing. You can spend momentum to re-roll that non-damage. You have a 2/3 chance of getting him down right now. If you do.
Do I roll that? Or does someone else roll?
You could just shake the challenge dice up at the top and switch it to 1 and just roll it. See what happens.
Okay.
Okay. Well, no, you didn't change it to 1. And since the first...
It said rolling 1 dice.
It just didn't work.
Oh,
But it's 5 out there.
why is it like that?
I don't know.
I
But
don't
the first one was
know.
zero.
One is a zero.
Coming in, this is fucky.
Whatever, I'm just gonna kill him. He's not dead, but he's collapsed.
Oh!
I wanted to stun the guy.
Well,
No,
Duke didn't say it was lethal, so I'm not counting it as lethal, so he's down.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So, another one, because you cannot keep the momentum again, takes aim at Duke, who has just shot his buddy, and rolls a success, which means he is rolling with his pistol. That is 5 dice, which, here. All right, you take 3 points of stress. Actually, no, you take 2 points of stress because you also have your battle armor on and you Brock Lull. So overall, you take two points of stress.
Okay.
Because Klingons are hard to kill.
Ouch.
Yeah.
All right,
That's good.
whose turn is it now?
It's a bit still.
Oh,
I
no.
can go. Oh, okay. Go, TT.
Why don't you have Mogoth assist you on this? Because he can.
Yeah, I would like that.
Okay.
Alright, you want me to roll as Mogoth then?
Yeah, so you can roll 1 control security check for Mogoth.
I am going to aim
1
and
die.
shoot at one of the other Romulans, and I'm going to do lethal damage, because we've already got one down, and taking prisoners is just dishonorable.
Oh, so you're gonna give me a point of threat, huh? Well, that's a
Yes.
that's a hit. And purple. There you go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage. He takes 6 points of damage and takes a lethal injury, which I am going to spend 2 points of threat for him to avoid. So he is not down. He would have been had I not spent the threat. Now he, being unhappy with you, decides to also fire off lethal damage, which I'm going to spend a point of threat to do. And he manages 1 hit for 1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage. You do not get your damage reduction because this is a lethal attack.
Ow.
Yeah,
My bones.
Who did the guy fire at?
at TD Lane's character, at Commander Lord. All right, it is your turn again.
I am
Corporal
very
Anon,
impressed.
you may go.
This is not a healthy working environment.
1 second. I gotta adjust something real quick.
No worries. If you'd like, you can fire at the same one that TD Lane fired at. He is severely injured,
I need a medic.
but
Okay.
I spent threat to keep him up.
Okay, switch this. Wait, well, sorry, that's a what check?
Control security. Uh-oh. You fired, successfully hit him. However, there's also a complication, and your weapon has overheated. You're going to have to drop the rifle and use something else next turn.
I got a pistol, so that's fine.
Okay. Roll the damage. Oof! Well, that was unarmed strike, but either way, if you roll anything like that on the disruptor, he's down.
Ouch.
Yeah, he's out.
That's very ow.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to get back up.
He
Is
might
he dead
not.
or is he?
He's not dead yet,
Okay.
but he's not far from it. Now, the other two decide to fire one at Borath and the other at TD Lane. So one at TD Lane manages to miss twice.
Yay!
One at Borath. I gotta double check. Yep, barely manages to hit. So
Oh no!
you take
It's because my fitness isn't high enough. Couldn't dodge it.
3 points of damage. It would have been 5, but you have your Brock Lull at talent, and you have armor on, so only
Is that
3.
my stress then? My stress is at 3?
Yep.
Or it was at 2, but I don't know if that was accurate.
It was accurate because you had taken 2 stress from the monsters.
Okay, so now my stress is 5.
All right, so it's your turn again. Who would like to go first?
Oh, as the captain, I want to yell at them to surrender since they have 2 guys down. So surrender now before we kill all of you. Can I roll for that, or is that not a thing? Do we just have to keep shooting?
They have. I will tell you this: they are definitely. They know who you are, and they're not happy at you. They are.
They're
here
going
to kill
down
you.
fighting.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. Let's see if I can-
Now, one thing is, you can use your turn to order someone else to take an extra turn that counts as your turn, but they get to roll. So if you have someone else who's better at shooting,
No. Well, what was the shooting again? Control, security.
yeah, you're not terribly great at it.
Who's the best at shooting?
I have
I
13
still have
control
a gun
security.
that didn't overheat, by the way. Because I don't remember who's overheated.
That was
Mine did.
yeah, that was Ethel. Her gun overheated.
Okay, so Commander Lord, why don't you take aim and fire?
Spoken
That's,
like a real order in the military.
So, could you do me a favor? Take aim and fire at one of those Romulan guys, please?
This
In
is
fact,
platoon
that's
commander.
fine.
Platoon commander.
That is
That's an order.
That is the most military and the most Klingon thing that's been said in this entire game. Much cut. All right, so
Fire at that guy.
there you go, Commander
Aim and
Lord.
fire, though.
You
I
get
want
to.
your thing.
All right, that's a hit. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy goes down. He's not dead, but he's taken out of the fight. And then the next one fires at Commander Lord, hitting him once for 1 point of damage. You take 1 stress.
Ow.
And if you want, you can go again, because that wasn't your turn the last time you fired. That was the captain's turn.
I'm firing at the guy that fired at me.
Okay.
Bap.
Ooh, and you gained a point of momentum on that one. Alright, so that is another 1, 2, 3.
I am a one-man army.
Yeah, no,
Fear me.
this guy is also down. So 1 is down and dying, and 3 of them are just unconscious.
Yeah, I say this while my character is gurgling in his own blood.
I told him to
So
surrender.
here's the thing, though. There are Romulans in the system.
Yeah.
They probably have a ship.
They
Well,
probably do.
I'm not convinced that they won't be more of them when we leave, but I want to get us out of here and back to the ship. ASAP.
Captain, if
what's
I
up?
may, I think we should cloak the ship.
Well, I think we should get back to the ship.
Both of those things
Well,
are possibilities.
Can we beam? Can we beam if it's cloaked?
Yes.
Or I'm thinking of firing weapons when it's cloaked.
You
So,
can
yeah.
beam if it's cloaked, but remember that one of the advantages of having the bases underneath the ground around here is that it is safer from asteroid impacts, but also it disrupts transport beams. So you're going to have to at least get out of the base before you can
Yeah,
beam
we
out.
have
away.
to. So let's head on out of the base. I think.
Can I at least get a band-aid first?
What's your stress at?
7.
No, you're fine.
No, I'm not. I have 5 left.
I thought you were a warrior.
I am.
Oh,
So
I'm in very bad condition, though.
Shots fired.
act like a warrior.
Giving
Do
insult.
you have any? Do you have any medics with us? I always ask that question. I never know the answer.
We never do.
So
I
we
think
can't
that
really
was
worry
decent medical.
about- I don't know. Can we roll something to lower the stress of any? My stress is 5, and I think
If
it's
someone wants
fine.
to, they can take a point of determination and regain some, or they can use a point of determination if they have one, and get rid of some of their stress.
Well, that's your call, Lord. It's your determination. I don't know how much you have in your stress, and I don't know how much. So I'll let you do that if you want.
Could you patch me, Colton?
sure thing.
Thank you.
Whatever.
I know you're not supposed to bleed from your mouth, and my character's currently doing that.
Normally, yeah, that is
Man,
bad.
out, but sure.
Even with his piss poor medical.
So we can say that for, storytelling purposes that you're doing that, but ultimately what happens is you're going to regain your security, you're going to lose your current security rating worth of points of stress. So just take whatever that is off, which I think is it 4 for you?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're just going to...
Yeah, that brings me down significantly. I feel much safer now.
Okay, so, yep. You're now doing a lot better. Your determination is used up. And you get a hail, or a message from the ship, from the Lieutenant Clang, who is currently, he's, the guy on the bridge. And he says, Captain, we're receiving a hail, addressed to the captain of the ship. Would you like me to patch it through the communicator?
Make it so.
All right. So, a familiar voice comes through, and immediately the threat jumps up by 2, as you recognize the voice of Commander Merrock, the commander of a Romulan warbird, who is kind of pissed off that you blew up his dudes when they were exploring a Constitution-class vessel's wreck.
Shit.
Yeah, and then someone gained him as an enemy. And he says, Captain, I see you are once again meddling in the purely scientific endeavors of the Romulan Empire. Endeavors we are authorized to conduct, as this area is not under the administrative control of either ourselves or the Federation, per the Treaty of Algernon, as well as the Treaty of Bajor, which includes the Klingon Empire as a signatory, if memory serves. Captain.
This base is abandoned, though. So
And the transmission cuts out.
TD, stop talking.
He did.
No.
So it's not
I
just
will never
Romulans.
back down from talking smack.
Specifically, Commander Merrock is here.
So are we on a communication, or did he just send the message? And
Oh,
cut it off?
there was an open channel, but once he said "plop, Captain," he just hung up the phone. Basically, he wasn't here to talk to you. He was just here to send a message.
And as the captain, I seem to recall being unconscious when most of that went down. So
He does
I
not
would
care.
say the captain is like, I don't know what that means. I probably got a report afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Well, look, I don't know how much time we have to get what we want from the lab, because if there's still time to do that,
It is still transmitting, but
I
it
would
might
like
be
to-
time to start evacuating.
yeah, let's get out. If it's automatic or whatever, we don't have to do anything there anymore. Let's get out and beam back to the ship and
Okay.
cloak the ship. So I want to tell Lieutenant Clang, acting captain or whatever, to cloak the ship and beam us back.
Okay. So you get out of there and you get beamed back to the ship. Momentum goes down by 1 as we are now in a new scene. So you're back on the ship, and there are no Romulan ships on the sensors, but clearly there must be Commander Merrock's ship lurking somewhere around. However, you also get a hail from the base where people are starting to evacuate, but you can only accommodate so many people per round of
Right.
transporters. And they say, Commander Krell says, Captain, we're receiving localized and very obvious tachyon emissions on our sensors. It's possible this area of the system is the source of the disruptions causing all of the chaotic orbits.
What location is it coming from?
She sends you some coordinates. It's in the outer solar system.
Can we scan that from here with our super scanning computer?
You may.
Sensors. Let's do that.
Okay.
In the meantime, I would like to begin evacuating the station. I know we've been working on like prepping for the dolphins and all that. Because I'd like to get this information, get as many people as possible, and get out of here. If we have to leave early, because I don't remember, can we fit everyone on the ship?
You
It's
can
not-
fit everyone on the ship.
Okay, so yeah, let's work on that then while we scan this out.
I have made note. We should probably put a swimming pool in the ship. It's good exercise, and if we ever need to transport dolphins again, there you go.
Well, they'll have a pool, and maybe we leave it whenever we drop them off, wherever we drop them off, or maybe we'll see what happens.
Lieutenant Clang says, Captain, there is also the problem that if Commander Merrock is in system, by now he knows about both the disruptions from the Romulan computer banks, as well as he's likely also detected the tachyon emissions. He may be trying to get there before we do. And if it's a dangerous item, that may cause problems for us.
Well, how long would it take to evacuate the people and then get out there at maximum warp?
The Klingons, it's not going to take very long. It's the Federation scientists that are the problem. They're very susceptible to the weather.
One or the other is what you're telling me?
Well, we might have to go down there, and if we could set up... If we can get inside the base and set up pattern enhancers, we can simply transport this Federation scientists directly from down there into the ship. That does mean we'll have to get down there again, which will delay us.
Otherwise, I thought they were going to evacuate.
Well, they have to evacuate to us, and if we go off to find the anomaly right now, they won't be able to.
Okay. Well, if we can't, it seems like we need to do two things at once. So maybe we send some guys back down to the surface with some pattern enhancers, and then the rest of us will go to the outer system and do some scanning.
Okay.
So, number one, assemble an away team of,
Yes, sir.
I'd say, 2 people, one character, main character, and one supporting character, and head on down to the planet and do all that. Set up the pattern transport and enhancers. Can't talk. And let's get those people out as soon as possible.
Okay. I would suggest
something.
bringing Mogoth as an engineer, and then maybe just a red shirt.
Yeah, I think we're gonna bring Mogoth and a red shirt, basic Klingon red shirt.
Yeah.
Gotta be specific.
Right. All right. So you guys beam down there. So we're gonna quickly. You guys need a control engineering check to help secure the station and get everything set up for the transport. T-Lane, so why don't you do that as Mogoth, and then you can assist him if you want. It's a difficulty 3 check.
And what am I rolling?
Control engineering.
Understood.
Hey, that's a success. If you want, T-Lane, you can still assist him. And that's a complication.
Failure!
Alright, so you guys have set up the pattern enhancers, but I'm going to just take the complication and say that what is happening now is that it's taking a while, and so the ship has 2 choices. They can leave you for now and go, because it's going to take a few hours in order for everything to be set up, or you guys can just try to keep transport, try to stay there for when it's done, and then come back up.
My desire for extra momentum has boned us.
What do you guys want to do? You want to leave him to set that up, or do you guys want to wait and transport everyone safely, guaranteed?
I want to. I say we risk all or save none.
All right. In this circumstance, that actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because so I don't know which of the 2 options that means, but
I think it means you're going to leave.
Yeah, we got to go.
Okay, so
And we're leaving him behind, right?
yeah, but you can come back, presumably, assuming he survives.
Better survive. So
Don't die. That's an order.
All right, I suppose me, Mogoth, and the red shirt will play some board games or something.
Oh no, you guys are busy. It's going to take a long time. That's what the complication means.
Damn it!
Yeah.
all right.
Can't even play board games.
And as this is going on, you're now starting. Small asteroids are in fact starting to impact the planet, and so it's causing some seismic instability. And so your red shirt is off trying to shore up the whole station before it collapses. Things are getting
He's
bad.
gonna die.
He might. Hey, you know what? He'll die serving the Empire and his ship. So his place in Stovall Core is assured if he dies.
Indeed.
So, convenient. Alright, so, back on the ship. You guys are scanning. Unfortunately, unless you guys get closer to the source of the tachyon emissions, you're probably not going to be able to pinpoint it. So, what that means is you're going to have to start getting there. But with the chaotic nature of the asteroid fields, it's going to be a little bit tricky.
Well, I do have an astronavigation focus. Maybe I can use that to help.
Let's see. Just want to make sure I get my read my notes. Okay.
I have a value. The prophets will guide anyone, even Klingons.
Hey, if you want to do that to help.
Bajoran religion, and if you could say guide in the literal sense of getting to that location, I could pray to the prophets for a point of determination or something like that. But I thought that was more metaphorical. The prophets will guide anyone. So.
Hey, you know what? I'm willing to say that you're going to place your faith in the prophets, and that lets you more easily navigate. All right, so.
Why don't I try that? But I don't know what to roll though, so I don't know.
Well, so first, it's probably going to be Duke who mostly takes the lead on most of these checks, because a lot of them involve the con. So, in order to break orbit safely, you're going to need a daring con check of difficulty 2. And if you have a failure, then the ship will be hit. And you're cloaked right now, which means your shields are down, which means there's a fair chance it's going to cause a breach. You can uncloak and raise the shields, or you can risk impacting with all of these various asteroids and whatnot.
So I'd rather stay cloaked right now. I really don't want these Romulans tracking us.
Okay.
So if it's daring and con, I'm an 11. I know it's not.
I think
not,
Duke is higher than that, but
it shouldn't be the worst. So I'd like to potentially. Because I don't know if I assist. Can I use a focus if I assist, or
so I'm a 13, and I think I can use either astrophysics or evasive maneuver.
Evasive maneuvers, I'll let you use that. So you have your focus, and Ben, you can use a focus with your point of determination, but since you're using the point of determination and the die counts as a 1 no matter what, it doesn't really make a difference.
What if I don't use the point of determination? Maybe save that.
Okay, then yeah, you can just make a normal roll, and you can take your
And still want to use the focus though.
Of Bajoran religion? Nah, I think unless you're actually using the focus, I don't think that.
No, what about the focus of astronavigation?
Oh, that definitely counts.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'd rather just do that as an assist. Then.
Yeah, that definitely counts.
Determination, because I think this would give us enough to do it. I'll use the determination.
Yeah, it's only difficulty 2, and you both have good rolls, and you're both using a focus. Chances are you won't even need momentum.
But it's complication 2?
Yeah, it is complication range 2.
All right.
So.
Oh, look at that! You gained a momentum.
Wow.
Okay, so you guys successfully broke orbit. Let's see. Oh, and you're assisted by the ship's engines and engines and science, which I rolled an 11. And is that good enough? Let me double check. Engines 9, science is 4. Yep. So you actually guys gained 2 points of momentum because the ship helped out 2. Thanks,
Good job,
ship.
Nice.
Okay.
The ship is so nice.
I know the ship is. It's a pretty nice ship. All right, so let's see. I gotta double check what else we need here. Okay, so you guys need a difficulty 0 reason science check assisted by the ship's sensors science to double check the exact location.
What roll is this?
Difficulty 0 reason science check.
Okay, I'm just on 11 on that.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Unless someone's higher, but it's
Someone's
a difficult
higher.
0. It would be nice to get more momentum,
Okay.
I guess.
Someone should roll an assist die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here comes the ship. Oh, hey, the ship assisted. Actually, no, because no one rolled a success, so the ship can't assist. Anyway, you still do succeed in locating it. However, you notice, as you're doing this, right, you're scanning the area, you manage to locate the anomaly, and you can get there, but also on sensors, you registered an impact with an otherwise invisible object from a small asteroid.
What?
And, yeah, there's a fair chance that that's a cloaked Romulan bird of prey that might be approaching because it was in the area around the anomaly.
What are the chances of us running into another ship?
I really hope you guys are cloaked.
We better be close. I said.
You are cloaked.
Romulans in my best Riker voice.
Did you swing your leg over a chair while you said it?
No. Yes.
Do you have a large beard as well?
I also walked out of a door into a hallway, leaned my head towards my shoulder, and then started walking in one of the directions.
How else would you walk?
Because sometimes you have to just turn your head and lean it on your shoulder for no reason. So
should we just fire in that general direction?
can we ignore it? They don't seem to know we're here, right? So I say we keep heading.
The Romulans can't tell exactly where you are, but they know that you're in system.
They know that we're, until they locate us, so let's make sure we avoid these asteroids. And stay cloaked so that they can't detect us.
Okay, so getting there is what's going to be called an extended task, and we haven't done one of these before, but it's a system in Star Trek Adventures, and so the magnitude of the task is 5. The base difficulty is 3, which means that every roll is going to be a difficulty 3 roll, and this is going to be a daring con check assisted by the ship's sensors and con. Right, which actually brings the difficulty down to 2 because you have specialized sensors. Okay, so in order to defeat this, here's how it works, right? The work track is basically it's sort of like a stress, right? Anytime you get 4 successes or more on a check, it counts as a breakthrough. You need 5 breakthroughs, but anytime the work track is that you make a check and the work track is completed, it automatically counts as a breakthrough. So eventually you can get here. However, complications will mean that you're hit by an asteroid while you're cloaked. So be careful.
Okay. So who's the one who's going to be flying? You said it was Daring Science?
Daring Con.
Daring Con. So there's probably Duke.
Number 13.
I am an 11, and again, I do have astronavigation,
which I will let have. And what did you say you
I
had?
have evasive maneuvers.
Yep, that'll count too. So you guys can both roll with your focuses on. Okay.
This is
complication 3.
Yep, complication range 3.
Ugh.
Oh wait, no, it's not. Sorry, it's just regular complication range. The base difficulty is 3, which is now actually a 2 because of your sensors.
Okay. Okay.
All right. That is a pass.
So
no one said they had higher, so I think you're it.
Okay, so that is a success, which means that you guys have now lowered the work track by 1 because you only got the bare minimum, so that's okay. But you succeeded. It was not a breakthrough, but do it again.
Do it again.
2. All right. You guys
I'm
can
helping.
You guys can spend momentum on this.
I don't think we need to.
All right. I'm saying you are at 5 momentum. You could try to get a breakthrough or something.
I'll get another dice for
Is there
it.
a cost to us if we go slow? Like, is it going to cost us time? Because I know we're kind of in a rush to get back, right?
Well, the Romulans are getting there.
We got to get there and then get back too. So, let's maybe go a little faster with momentum.
Okay.
Momentum also has a chance of causing more complications.
Also true.
Oh crap!
But also
No.
continuing
Alright,
to
then I'm gonna
roll
roll
also
3
has
dice.
that. Okay. Go for it.
Spending 1 momentum on that.
3 successes, Bent. What do you got?
Damn, Groot.
All right, you guys
Well,
caused.
Yeah, it's up to Cruz to do momentum or not.
Yeah.
So I don't have to think about it. I was like trying to decide.
Why is RNG blessed? Why is RNGesus blessed us all of a sudden?
All right, you guys only need 7 more successes, and then the work track is completed, and every success after that will be a breakthrough.
So I'm gonna not use momentum. Just go
Well, how
normal
many
now.
momentum do we have?
4.
4.
I think we should use it, right?
Okay.
Because,
You talked me into it. Oh!
I don't
All
know,
right.
man. I don't know.
Look at
Because
that
I forgot
roll.
That increases our risk. I want to help one of the 4 times. It's good enough for baseball.
Well, earlier I rolled a 0 and you rolled a 2, which Without you, would have lost.
All right. So here's one thing. We are now going to start tracking time.
Okay.
You guys can make... so you guys now have 3 more hours. Each check is going to take an hour unless you're spending momentum to reduce the time.
But how many more do we need? I just got
More than
5
3.
there. I guess I'm confused. I thought if we got more than 2, then
Well,
it
we have to
counted
have
towards.
5 breakthroughs. How many breakthroughs have we had?
None, but you're almost done with the work track, which means every success after the work track is done is going to be a breakthrough.
Okay.
And
so-
if you go more enough over the work track, then if you get enough successes, it'll count as a breakthrough on its
I
own.
think we're. It seems like I guess we could try to figure out how to do the math on it if you really want to put the time into that. But I'd say we just probably because I don't know what we need to roll to get our first breakthrough, and then we would need 4 more successes after that. So if you're gonna keep rolling 2, 2, 1, then I think we'll be good.
You could spend momentum to make it take only a half hour, and then another momentum to get an extra die.
I guess I'm confused. Like, we didn't get a breakthrough even though I rolled a 5.
Well, actually, by the way, I was wrong. You should have 6 momentum. It's a very difficult task. It's very hard to get breakthroughs.
Yeah, so once you get the first breakthrough, you don't have to keep doing all that work again. Every success after that just gets you.
If you get a breakthrough right now, you'll probably get 2 breakthroughs, and then every further success will be a breakthrough.
Okay, but why didn't this last one get a breakthrough? If we only needed 2, we got 5.
That was the bare minimum. You needed to get 1 more, and then you actually have a breakthrough.
All right, just tell me what to roll.
Just roll again, 3,
I would roll 3.
Okay.
I would roll 3.
Yeah. and it'll only take a half hour. So, all right, and Bent, look at that.
Yeah.
Not only did you complete the track, which is 1 breakthrough, you also
Nice.
got another breakthrough, and as a result, the Romulan ship, because I'm using breakthroughs as to track both of you and the Romulan ship, and the Romulan ship is being hit by 12 challenge dice worth of asteroid impacts. Okay, now you know where the Romulans are. They are rushing towards the asteroid, but they are also leaking a whole bunch of smoke and gas because they've had at least 1 breach on their ship, and their cloak is starting to fail.
Okay.
Haha.
Okay?
Idiots.
They're so dumb.
You only need 3 more breakthroughs.
A ship that's heavily damaged by asteroids.
So how
you
much?
might actually be able to take it.
So how much momentum do we have? Do we gain a bunch of momentum back?
Actually, you
Instead
did.
of 4 again?
You're now back up to 6.
So
We are crushing it.
now at this point, I feel like we kind of. How many more successes do we need?
You need 3.
So maybe we don't use the momentum this time. We do have a lot though, but I don't want to increase risk to be detected either. So
You're at max
at max what?
momentum. Might as well
We
spend
might as well
some.
use it. We might as well
Yeah.
use it.
Why don't you spend?
We might as well.
There's 1. I'll say you spent 1 to also decrease the time.
Yeah.
All right,
How are you so good at that?
he's
I
got
must
a
be the
really good
focus,
roll
though,
and a
yeah.
focus. So you guys are still back up to 6 momentum, and you guys got another breakthrough, and the Romulan ship is hit by 6 points of damage. That actually didn't do very much at all. But they decloak and raise shields. Because this is going poorly for them. And it's
I feel
going
like
very
this is
well
an
for you.
This is an FTL and easy battle right now.
A little bit.
Well, they're
Although-
getting hit by
Oh, yeah.
asteroids.
Yeah.
Because we have really good vision.
It's
Just
like
from
jumping into an asteroid
Plus
field.
missiles.
It's
We're
like
in an
jumping
asteroid
in.
field level, and we have really good evasion and cloaking, and they have cloaking, but
And
bad
then
attack.
no
terrible
evasion
to
and
you.
no shields.
It's like the piloting was
Level 1 engines and a
So the
pilot
cloak is
just
60%.
suction rocks for a childhood.
Right, you could do it on this next roll if you spend a couple momentum.
do.
I'll spend 1. Well, how much time do we have left?
You still
Okay,
got 2
back.
full hours. You can reduce the time on this check to a half hour by spending momentum. Then you can spend up to 3 momentum to get extra dice and just complete it in one go.
Now, is this gonna get us to another scene when we're done?
Mhm.
Yeah. So we're
Okay.
use it or lose it point. So I.
So
assume-
what do I do to get 4 dice? How many?
To get 4 dice, you need to spend 3 momentum, and then if you want, you can spend 1 momentum to
Lower the time. I'm gonna do that.
All right, do it. All right, and Bent. It's not quite enough to actually completely win, but the Klingon ship is struck again. They don't take any damage, but sorry, not the Klingon ship, the Romulan ship. You see it get struck again. Fortunately for the Romulans, they don't actually take much damage, but their shields do drop a little bit. One more check. You don't have to spend anything on this because you're going to get it up almost automatically.
Do I roll a 3?
I would.
Yeah, I think 3 might work.
You got hit.
Uh-oh, Bent.
Hold on a second.
Actually, doesn't matter. I wouldn't, because it might cause complication. So you guys do, in fact, get...
Oh, sorry, I take it back.
2.
I take it back. It's 2-8. I tried to take it back when you said that, but I'd already pushed down on it. And
So
let go. That's okay. I did click it.
We're trying to make the game more interesting for the viewers.
So the ship takes 5 points of shield damage, and it has a total of where am I? Shields 12. So you guys are now down by 5. So yeah, if you take 7 more points of shield damage, you guys are out of shields. Oh wait, no, because you don't have your shields up, do you? Because you're
We
cloaking.
haven't.
No, we're cloaked.
So that means you guys suffered a breach. I have to double check on the rules there, because
Yeah, double check.
breaches on page 199. So I've never done a ship breach, a systems breach.
I hope it's not gonna kill us or anything.
It's only 1, so you know, probably not.
Not upgrades. Do we have automatic force fields? We'll find out.
Oh yeah, you got all those internal force fields and structural integrity fields and all that wonderful stuff, right?
Back.
To keep all the oxygen in.
Yeah.
Oh, are we on intermission?
No. So you guys have had
No,
a
we're
breach.
playing the game.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to roll a d6.
Oh,
and that is
now
gonna
I can hear you guys.
Oh,
I don't know
hello.
what the hell happened there.
Okay. So you guys, I rolled the wrong kind of die. I rolled a d20, which means that didn't help because I was counting 1 through 6. And so I rolled a 7, and then I was like, wait, what the heck do I do with a 7? So give me a second while I pull out a d6. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. All right. Your engines have been hit, and they have suffered a breach. They are not currently... not actually lowered in function, but the armor plating and whatnot around them have been impacted. So, if you guys get another breach, then, or another breach on engines, they will in fact be damaged and you will start drifting. So, got one more check to make. Ready?
Can we uncloak and raise our shield?
That's up to the captain, but you can.
I thought if we got, I didn't know, I thought if we got hit that they would know where we were. The wrong.
They do, they know where you are at that moment.
Okay, so it's not really gonna be that big a deal.
Yeah, so...
I mean, I still don't want them to see us. I don't want them to find us. So I would say we don't have a whole lot of momentum, but let's not get a complication.
What's our momentum at?
1. You can spend it to get a die to help almost guarantee your last check is a success.
Why would you say it guarantees it? We need the...
Did we already hit the last breakthrough or not?
Nope, this is the last breakthrough right here if you succeed.
Okay. Well, wait, because I thought you said we had enough and I didn't need to roll, but then I accidentally clicked it.
Yeah, you had enough to succeed, not enough to get the final breakthrough. So you got the breakthrough, but now we're on the last breakthrough. Sorry.
Give me one more. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, 3 dice.
Okay.
Here we go.
Right, you guys gain a momentum back, and the Romulan ship is once again hit by an asteroid, which
We're really good at making them get hit by asteroids.
they don't actually end up taking much damage. It just flickers off their what do you call it? Their shields.
Oh.
But you guys are there first, and you're cloaked, which means we go to a new scene, which means you're now at negative what? No.
And scene.
All right, so The source of the anomaly is a drab green object with bits of reddish specularity shining off it. It forms a rectangle open at one end with squared projections coming from the outside edge of the rectangle. In an oval taking up the center of the rectangle, there is a blue glow with patterns reminiscent of swirling plasma. The Romulans are not here yet by all indications, and in this case, they're not cloaked anymore, so you know they're there. You might have a chance to set up a defense somehow.
It's old green? Definitely Romulan. Definitely Romulan.
Maybe.
It sounded like a
Klingons like
Christmas tree at first.
dull green too, so you know.
And is there major, would the Klingon outpost here fuck themselves over? No.
Alright, so
How would we set up a defense?
Why don't you scan the
Well, you build
area?
sandbags.
Let's scan it.
You dig a trench and you build sandbags. It's simple.
Okay, so
Space sandbag.
this is a difficulty 1 daring engineering check, and it's going to be assisted by the ship's sensor science. Which means it's actually difficulty 0 because the ship's sensor science.
Ha!
So who wants to take a daring engineering check?
I am 13 for daring engineering.
I think that's the
better than
highest.
mine.
Okay. Wait, my focus was on. Don't count that.
Okay, well that's still 2 successes. The ship didn't help, but you gain a point of momentum, and you learn that the object is surrounded by an unstable plasma field that could explode if it were, say, triggered to do so by something.
Ooh. We should go behind that.
I think I know what you guys should do.
You could also spend a point of momentum to learn a little bit more about the object.
Oh wait, you can't tell us because you're on the planet still, or on the base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
TD Lane can
Enjoy
control
your
like
time.
Commander or Lieutenant Klang or something though if he wants to.
So I think we should get on the other side of that gas and get the Romulans to come towards us and then try to blow them up with the gas. Ignite it.
The kid's suggesting. Can we do that? Let's do that.
But I would also spend the momentum to get information about the
Do it.
might be Christmas tree.
All right.
Want to be Christmas tree?
Could someone take a reason science check? Which Lieutenant Klang could take via TD Lane, since he's not currently here.
Why don't you take care of him?
Sure.
And someone else can assist if they want to.
I'll assist.
Complication range?
1. There's 1 success. There's a success, and the ship rolls a
My
success.
reason to say is present.
You gain a point of momentum, and Lieutenant Klang offers up, Captain, a quantum torpedo would be more than enough to cause an explosion, dealing a significant amount of damage to any ship within range, and we could simply lay one down as a mine.
Oh,
Nice.
that is nice.
You're telling me we can hurt Romulans? I'm all for it.
And I
No,
do
because
have
I'm not
additional
gonna-
information if anyone wants to spend a point of momentum on it.
Do it.
Do it.
Okay. Additionally, based on the sensor readings that we've received, it seems that this object is made of an unusual material that's somewhat similar to neutronium, but much less dense. It would likely suffer virtually no damage from such an explosion.
Okay. Interesting. So yeah, we could lay a mine. Now, is it the honorable thing to do is to tell your enemies that you've laid a mine for them and that they're going to crash into it and die? Or is it honorable not to tell them that, just let them crash into it and die?
You don't have to tell your enemy every single one of your plans. Ambushes are fine.
Oh, no, but is it honorable to tell them?
Oh, is it like, do you get like
It might
extra
give them
brownie
an
points?
advantage
Yeah.
to dodge it. Because we are honorable warriors.
I wouldn't tell them. I mean, I would tell them
There.
we can fight you.
We'll tell them as their ship's burning. How about that?
I've heard
Tell
it's quite
them-
honorable to inform your enemy.
Tell you what, we'll-
If you
we'll
approach
tell
us,
them-
you will die.
I'll tell them, and I might forget to send the hail. And
Yeah.
then while they're burning, I'll say, I forgot to tell you.
Tell them that though. Tell them, hey, if you come towards us, you will die. Just don't tell them how.
Can we leave? Let's leave the mine, and not at the mine, but somewhere near, like within a few, I don't know, dozen kilometers maybe. I don't know how big this area is. Leave a beacon that they can see from much further away that basically says, you're gonna die if you come any closer. So back off, pal.
I wouldn't leave the beacon because then they might look at that and say, "Oh, someone left a beacon to warn people."
Sincerely, Captain Barracks.
All right, yeah, you guys can do that.
No,
I wouldn't do that.
You don't want them to know we were here first? You want them... We got cloaked, I guess. We could just leave a mine and not leave a beacon and just let them think they get here first.
For the mine to be
they knew we were
successful,
ahead, though, because we did take damage, right? So they knew.
for the mine to be successful, they have to fly into it. And leaving a beacon saying "Don't come near me"
No,
is going to.
I said the beacon wouldn't be at the mine. It would be
Quite a ways away.
like dozens of kilometers away. Yes, that's why I said that. Yeah.
Now.
But we don't have to tell them at all. So why bother with that? Let's not even bother telling them. I mean, they're trying to kill us. They might assume we could lay a mine. Maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they're too dumb.
Well, they also haven't gotten here to know that laying a mine would actually cause huge amounts of damage.
Well, so let's do that.
Okay, and then what do you...
Now, are we susceptible to that damage? I don't want to die.
Not if you're far enough away.
Yeah, let's make sure we do that and get far enough away. But before that, are there things we can scan while we're here?
Okay. So do you guys want to get up to approach the gate? Because you're going to have to get closer to the gate, but that also means that you're going to be in range of the blast.
Oh.
Well, for now, yeah, let's do it. But let's keep our fingers crossed.
As you're getting closer to lay the mine, you see that the Romulan ship, which is now uncloaked and shields up, is actually getting close enough that it's entering the blast radius of this thing. So it might be time to leave. Because you got the mine out, and you're starting to take some initial.
The mine is laid, so we can just leave it, right? We can't scan and then leave.
You can scan and then leave if you want.
But is scanning going to take some time? How much time would scanning take?
We can always come back once the mine blows up, right?
Yeah, why don't we leave? Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So as you leave, and where are you headed to? Just away, or are you like going back to the planet, or?
We should probably stay on this side between the Romulans.
Well, I don't know how likely it is the Romulans are actually going to hit the mine.
You don't have to hit it. You can remote detonate it.
Oh, well then let's head back towards the planet and let's remote detonate it when they're in range and murder them all.
Okay.
All of them.
I gotta double check on the damage because they're gonna take damage from both the torpedo and the plasma field. So quantum torpedoes are 8. So all right, they are going to take.
I feel like this is very dishonorable. Someone stop me if these guys agree.
It's not.
It's not dishonorable to do this? Okay. I mean, I guess we're already in battle, so...
So they approach the gate and take that much damage.
Oh, wow.
Oof.
I hope that's enough to kill him. I thought
10, 11, 12, 13.
I thought it was assumed that it would be enough to kill him.
So
16?
yeah, so they now I'm gonna roll a few d6s to look at some breaches because they are gonna be taking some serious damage. So give me a second. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so they've now taken damage to their engines, just the actual frame of the ship, their computer cores, which you guys don't really know about, but also their communications array is now down, and so they're going to have trouble even just transmitting. So they start backing. They turn around and they leave because they've already been hit by asteroids. You guys got blown up. There's an open channel that gets opened up, so if you want to, you can listen to it.
Yeah, let's listen.
All right, there's Commander Merrock, and he says, I know that didn't actually just happen by some kind of accident. I don't know where you're hiding in this system, but mark my words, I will find the ship after we're repaired, and I will make it my mission to make sure it is destroyed. Yeah, he's not happy with you guys. However, he is leaving.
Good luck next time, pal.
Let's be honest, though. In a stand-up fight, he could make good on that threat. You cannot take a Daenerys-class warship.
Yeah, but pissing off a Romulan, mission accomplished.
Hey, I can't help it that us Klingons are smarter and outsmarted the Romulans.
Well, we'll see you outflew them.
So now that we got to the source of whatever, is there anything else we need to do here before we head back to the planet? And also, I don't know if there's other Klingon ships around, and I don't know if we need to.
If there are, you don't know about them, and you probably would. So probably not.
Or not Klingon ships, Romulan ships. I mean.
You don't know if that's the case either, but there hasn't been any indication that there's been more than one, or if there is, they're not like rushing towards anything.
I feel like we got a little time here. If we need to do anything else at this location that it took us all these breakthroughs to reach. So let's see.
Well, you could, although I'm not going to make you take the same breakthroughs because you're no longer racing back and forth. So now if you wanted to, you could get back to the planet and get back here, and it would take longer, but you're not going to have to be like, fly zipping through asteroids all fast and, we got to get out of here. And
well, we could go to the planet and grab everyone and then come back and scan. But I just want to make sure, since we're still here, is there anything else to scan on it or do anything?
If you want to, you can get closer. It'll take, about 45 minutes or so to really complete the scans.
Oh, gosh.
We'll be done with the episode by then.
Well, this is the last scene. You're going to be done by the time you rescue everyone and complete your scans.
Look, a comms message appears from Lieutenant Lord. We're still trying to set this up.
No,
not going well.
You're going to be done you could be finished by the time they get back to the planet.
Does he need to have a scene down there?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a scene change. It's just, whatever.
Oh, does he need to roll anything while he's down there?
No, he already rolled a success. It's just that it's taken a while, but he could be done by the time you guys could get back.
Well, let's do that then.
Okay. So you guys can get back there. It's not going to be any checks, and you can manage to safely beam everyone on board. And your crew did successfully set up a saltwater tank. So the Federation scientists, who happen to be dolphins, are safe and sound. And you guys get back, and I presume that you start scanning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good work, everyone, by the way, on transporting and everything.
So as you approach the alien device, the ship starts shaking and the helm stops responding. So everyone take a drink because the helm isn't responding.
Oh, great.
All right. Commander Mogoth says, Captain, we seem to have been caught in some kind of tractor beam, and the object seems to be siphoning power.
Mogoth's on the planet with me.
No, you both got beamed back up, remember?
You're back on the ship.
Yeah, we just cover that as just a throwaway thing.
You know, all of that kind of quickly.
Yeah, well, I mean, it took a while in terms of in the universe, but like nothing interesting was happening, so I'm not going to narrate the whole thing.
It quickly. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It seems this object is siphoning power. And as this is happening, your reactor power is increasing.
We're getting more power?
No. Well, power output is increasing, but the ship isn't using more power. However, the reactor is getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and eventually, if it goes high enough, it could breach.
Let's make it stop.
What's your plan for that?
Why is the reactor getting... Why is the tracker... Where's this tracker beam coming from?
It's coming from the object, and it seems to be siphoning power from our reactor pit. Or reactor core.
Can we shoot it or disable it?
We can try, but then Lieutenant Klang also reminds you, sir, remember, it is made of some unusual and hard-to-damage material.
And will it blow up again, like last time, and kill us?
Unlikely. The plasma seems to have dissipated, although there is slowly a plasma field building back up, but right now, there's no danger of that.
Well, if we can't really shoot it, we could, but if it's pretty indestructible, I'll ask for suggestions from my crew. Everyone give me 3 suggestions in the next 30 seconds each.
We could
shoot it.
We already discussed.
Hail them.
Lord has no other suggestions.
Why do you think shooting...
Can we hail them?
What would that
You can
be?
try.
You could hail it.
All right. There is no response. And then Mogoth says, Captain, we might want to think of some way to reconfigure our power couplings or something like that and try to reduce the rate at which
Ooh.
power is going up. Or we could also just do an emergency core ejection.
We could do a feedback loop.
Let's reroute power to the.
No, if we get it reversed ionized.
The hottest possible vach of all time.
Oh, if we reverse ionize the energy, we can. It's like giving it sour milk. It'll
Okay.
like, oh, this is terrible. And then it'll
Mogoth
stop.
calls up, says, Captain, we're on the edge of a core breach.
Let's eject the core.
All right. So,
That happened fast.
That didn't take.
well, I did
Thanks for the
spend.
suggestion.
To be fair, I did spend 5 threat to make that happen.
We were just scrambling for ideas. Let's get
All right. So, you eject the core, and as it's leaving the ship, it ends up exploding, but your shields can take it. It's not that big of a deal, because the core ejection system has it move pretty fast away from the ship. So the core slides out from the bottom of the ship, down into space, and then blows up. And now, you're hailed. And the comms officer says, Captain, we're receiving a hail from the object. There's no visual.
I have a question. If we don't have our warp core, do we have any power left? Enough to power our cloak?
You don't have enough to keep cloaked for a while, but you do have impulse engines. You do have auxiliary power that will power impulse engines and life support for quite a while.
So now that we're not cloaked, I could see us being healed. That seems reasonable. Let's hear the cloak on. Well, if it's not on screen, just open channel.
Okay. So a voice comes over and it says, I will allow you to cross. At this point, the gate comes fully online and a portal appears through it, past which you can see a gigantic sphere of metal and a gas giant with modest rings. And that's the end of the episode.
What?
Yup.
Well, we cruised through that.
Was not entirely long episode.
Well, I think we had a lot of successes.
Well, someone
does.
rolled a whole bunch of 2s and 1s.
Right. Someone happened to have a focus that applied, as well as have really good scores at the whole helm thing, because someone is a good helmsman.
It's about time.
I also had a focus, but all of
responded.
many of my stats were zeros, but one was good.
So, yeah, you guys have discovered a strange artificial wormhole generator guy, and you'll have to explore that some other time. Maybe after some repairs and a new warp core can be secured. So you guys are gonna have to do some calls to the Klingon Empire and be like, "Hey guys, so can you give us a hand here?" But we're gonna go offline. We'll do some end of the episode wrap up stuff regarding things like people's reputations and honor and things, and then yeah, that's it for this week. So thank you everyone who watched. I hope you guys had fun. And everyone else say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
All right. We are out. Okay.